Hey guys, I'm Mark, and as you may or may not know, I'm pastor over Creative Arts and Worship here. I just want to take a second, and what we want to do is provide for you the opportunity to get a little bit of a picture of some of our expectations and some of the operational kind of procedures of what it means to be an usher. But first off, I just got to say that the role of being an usher, at least for Steve and myself and some of the staff, is we see that as such a crucial role because folks come in and sometimes the very first impression they get of Westgate or even of what it means to follow God and be a Christian is through their experience of coming through those doors. So you guys play such a crucial role in that. And you know, we pray for you guys sometimes backstage, and I know you can't be back with us to pray because you're serving there. But I hope you know that we look at that role. We couldn't do what we do on the stage if folks were scattered all over the place. They didn't have their worship folders, if somebody growled at them when they came in the door. So their worship experience really begins when they get out of their cars and they start making their way into the auditorium. And your welcoming of them sets the tone for worship and lets them get a visual representation of God's welcoming them into that place. So I really am glad that you guys do what you do. I feel so indebted to you. Again, it'd be chaos for us on the stage if folks were, you know, discombobulated and just didn't know where to go. And so I really appreciated you guys serving that way. And this is just going to be a little bit of a tutorial on some of the things some of the high points of serving with us.
Hi, my name is Mike Outlaw. I'm one of the lead ushers here at Westgate Church in San Jose, California. And first of all, I would like to just say thank you for serving here at Westgate. Without you, we couldn't serve the community that we have here. And it's just really important that, that you're involved. So thank you very much. First of all, I'd just like to say, as a usher, it's important that you show up about 15 minutes prior to the service. Come contact the lead usher at your service and grab one of these gathering worship flow documents. This will help you understand what's going on with the service for that day. It'll let you know when there's going to be a video, if we have a video, and when the offering times are, if we have multiple offerings. So first thing is just get acquainted with what the day in the service looks like, and then jump right in. The lead usher will help assign responsibilities for each service, and those responsibilities include handing out bulletins, meeting and greeting and seating. Also includes offering, handling any disturbances that may occur during the service period, and then finally cleanup and closure after the service is done. Part of the details for handing out bulletins, it's very important that you look people in the eye, you smile, give them a nice friendly hello, and even call them by name if they have a name tag. That goes a long ways. And for newcomers, you know, give them a couple words of encouragement, welcome them, and thank you for being here and stuff like that. So we have multiple stations. Typically, we're going to have two greeters handing out bulletins outside these doors. And they'll also kind of manage the flow of people coming into the service. Another group of people may be just kind of lounging or hanging out in the entry area here and handing out pens if people need pens, giving directions if they see people kind of looking for somewhere to go, kind of help them, drive them or lead them towards a seat somewhere. And then finally, we also have some people a little bit further out here that are actually seating people. The seaters will actually be looking for empty spots when they're not seating someone and bringing groups of people, asking how many are in a group, and actually bringing them to their seats and allowing them to have a seat. Sometimes we may get a little bit too full. Yeah, and we want to give the Westgate Shuffle signal to the person leading the service for the day. And that'll tell them that we need to scrunch everybody up towards the middle and give us a little extra room. We also have plenty of room in the cafe for people to come join in. And we have an overflow section out in the old worship center if we need that as well. Usually those are coordinated ahead of time if we have larger services. All right, and when seating, it's really important that you look to seat people together in groups. Sometimes you may have to go up and ask someone to scoot in, so you have a couple extra seats at the end. But other than that, it's really just taking people to their seats and inviting them to relax and enjoy the service. Part of our seating process here with Westgate is we try to get as many people up front as we can. And the way we do that is we have these belt retractors that we can block off the back sections. So when you come in, you'll notice that the belts should be blocking off all the back sections, the back rows of the worship center. And as you start to see the front area fill up, we can slowly open up these groups, these sections of chairs. And what we'll want to do is, as we retract the belts, we want to keep these units back against the wall out of the way. We don't want them out in the lobby. We don't want them near the entrance and exit here. So please find us a place that they're safe and out of the way and no one's going to trip on them. As you start ushering, allowing people into the back rows, make sure they're filling up, and again, asking people to slide in if needed. During the offering period, what we'd like to do is have each usher, first of all, the lead usher will assign you an offering path or aisle. And one person will be the basket distributor, and the other person will be the basket receiver. It's important that we have a person at each aisle, and the way we like to start that is as soon as we have our offering prayer time, the ushers are to grab their baskets and head to their designated areas. Once they do that, you wait for the offering prayer to be completed, and then you find your way up towards the front of the worship center. Upon the prayer completion, you'll start passing the baskets. You want to make sure you're passing a basket on each row and not duplicating the basket. So it's important to pay attention to the baskets coming your direction to ensure you're not sending one the wrong way. So you want to keep the baskets moving. We want to get through offering fairly quickly so we don't delay the next step of our service. So it's important that you're keeping an eye on the baskets, you don't lose any baskets. But it's also important to be aware when people need a couple extra minutes to write out their check or have missed a basket and you need to go back and give them the basket. So pay attention to those things and really be aware of your surroundings and where the baskets are at all time. At the end of offering, you just want to bring your baskets back to this area back here, and we'll have a lead usher that will collect all the tithes and offering, and we'll manage them from that point on. So make sure that we have all 12 baskets that went out, that 12 baskets came back. So back to the flow of the worship. It's really important to pay attention to the video times. Mark typically will put an asterisk letting us know that the doors need to be closed during these videos. And so it's very important that we have an usher inside the service and outside the service to control people coming and going. One way to do that is to politely ask people inside or out to wait until the video is over, if they would mind waiting, and then enter or leave the worship center. If someone insists on coming through and it's emergency and they have to come in or out, then feel free to help them through the doors. But please close it quickly as possible so we minimize the distraction in the worship center. Another really important aspect of being an usher is being the watchdog over the worship center during service. It's really important to keep an eye on what's going on, what the people are doing, watching for hot spots within the worship center and addressing them quickly. If you see an emergency or some commotion going on and you're not sure how to react, please contact the lead usher really quickly and have them address the situation. It's important that the ushers hang around and walk the aisles, picking up any leftover bulletins and trash that may have been left for the previous service. This helps us prepare for the next service by organizing our bulletins that we give out for the next time around and making sure our worship center is clean for the next group of brothers and sisters that are coming in. So it's important to wrap up your usher service at the end by keeping and cleaning the worship center. We use a tool called the Planning Center Online. It's a really great tool that allows each usher to go in and black out the dates that they're not available, as well as the master scheduler time and opportunity to schedule ushers accordingly. If you're not able to make it to a scheduled service, please email the entire usher team asking for someone to cover you for that weekend. It's really important that we get full coverage every week, and so your commitment to your schedule is very important. It's really important as usher that we're the face of Westgate Church. A lot of times we're the first people that newcomers meet. So it is important that you dress appropriately as an usher. It's pretty much business casual here, or casual as most weekends. So dress comfortably, dress casually, and be prepared to represent Westgate Church as an usher.